They assemble at night, each one having prepared as diligently as possible to the time given to them before the witching hour, the hour of reckoning, the time when they begin outdoor cartoon television. Stray Casts is on the air.
Good evening, glory. Hallelujah to you. What the heck's your story and what's going through you? This is the glorified version of a bass fishing talk show. I'm your host, Pat Renwick. Give it up for you, Bass Galaxy. It's Wednesday night. We're back in the saddle. When I say we, I mean myself, Ryan Popcorn Whitaker.
What's up?
Over here.
You almost called yourself Bass Renwick.
I must call myself Bass Galaxy. That was really weird. Also, Josh Sokol at home. Give it up for Josh Sokol. JR Rock and Show Fantasy on the chat board. And the one and only red on the head like a producer should be from the mobile headquarters somewhere in Hobart, Indiana. Andrew Ellenberger producing the hell out of this deal. We're back. We're back, Bass Galaxy. Yes. And guess what? A little bit different tonight. It is a James Watson Worldwide Wisdom D-Team takeover. It's a takeover, folks. That's right. Tonight, yes, James Watson, Cole T. Harris, and Zack Birge coming on the show, along with Gene Gilliland. Yes, he is the Bass Conservation CEO, chief of Bass Conservation, coming on to shed some enlightenment on some things tonight. It's a different type of show tonight. It's a Bassin' Roundtable. We have a series of topics. We'll spend a few minutes on each topic. We'll hear from you, Bass Galaxy, via the chat board. JR Rock and Show Fantasy will feed us the questions on each topic, and we'll see what happens. We've got some interesting things lined up, of course. So J-Dubs, James Watson, Cole Harris, the Champlain Kid, and Bassin' Phenom, Zack Birge. That's the panel tonight. The D-Team. Yeah, that's how they're doing it. A little different tonight. And then next week, we are back with Bassmaster Elite champions, Bill Lowen and Brandon Palaniuk. Next week, yes, with some amazing legends as cameos. Let's just put it there. We'll see what we got. Ryan, you're excited already. Ryan's already excited. But that's this week. This week is the D-Team takeover, which, by the way, the Luke Foley will be back next week, Bass Galaxy. But the official Tin Cup Whiskey word of the week is D-Team.
D-Team.
When you hear D-Team, you take a sippy of the Tin Cup Mountain Whiskey, or it could be a Cafe Con Leche or an ice cold Coca-Cola. But whatever you sip, please sip responsibly.
That's two.
And enjoy it. D-Team. Right there. That's for you. Ryan's getting it right there. Hey,
let's go.
Speaking of getting it, again, congratulations to Bill Lowen and Brandon Palaniuk. That's a victory that the Bass Galaxy needed. Let's face it.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it.
So good.
Amazing start to the Elite Series. Thank you to everyone at Bassmaster for the warm welcoming of me this year with the Behind the Tanks, the Moultrie Behind the Tanks, as well as the Riding with Pat and Chat with Pat, all available on Bassmaster.com and Bassmaster YouTube. So check it out. And thank you, Bassmaster and Bass Galaxy. I had an amazing couple weeks in Florida. #Florida Man and your birthday. you ever do that, Ryan?
Yeah, I did it several times recently. It's always fun.
It always is.
Changes every day. Too.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last
like a
time,
new thing every day.
there's a lot of gator attacks and missing appendages.
A lot of naked guys.
There is. Florida seems to be very
There's always a naked guy trying to steal
synonymous with nudity.
Yeah.
For another.
It's hot.
You know what else is hot right now?
What's that?
The lithium battery market.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Ginge, let's pay some bills around here and get to the show. What do you think? That's right. It slices, dices, and even catches mice. An amazing product that's called lithium. What is lithium? Ryan, it sounds dangerous.
I don't know, but it lasts long.
Yeah, it lasts long, and it keeps you going all day. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Long, extended day of fishing.
So if you're running our preferred brand of choice, Impulse Lithium batteries, and also the Impulse Lithium Incentive Rewards Program.
Tournament rewards?
Yeah.
$500
Cash and
for a win.
checks, getting points, skiing them, gaffing them, and getting an extra check from Impulse Lithium batteries.
It's free to sign up.
Yeah. Impulse Lithium, the official battery of Bill Lowen and Brandon Palaniuk.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Wow.
Look at that. Check out ImpulseLithiumBatteries.com and tell Bill and Darlene Weidler that Ryan Popcorn Whitaker from Stray Cast sent you. Hey, you know what's mad?
I know it's
You're mad.
2Ds. Yeah.
Mad and BHADD. Mad and bad.
bad.
Mad and bad. It's Mad Science Print Lab.
Yes, sir. Mad Science Print Lab. Hey, in Chicago owned business, fisherman owned. Anything printing wise, printing, embroidery, custom patches, DTF transfers, event printing.
DTF transfers.
Yeah.
I love those.
Who doesn't like that?
Every time. Yes, that's one of my favorite things.
Have you got an event going on and you want someone to come out and
DTF
do
transfer?
live printing? They'll come out and do live screen printing at your event. Hats, jerseys. You focus on your brand, they'll focus on your merch.
I like it.
Check them out.
And like you said,
PrintLab.com.
fishermen that run the whole deal.
Yes, fishermen and skateboarders.
The whole new yeah, you like
a
that
match made in
combo.
heaven.
Put
Yeah.
a drummer in there and you're going.
Yeah.
But for real, jerseys and hoodies, that will soon be the source for that deal in the whole Bass Galaxy you watch.
Yep.
It's a new sheriff in town. His name's Reggie Hammond. Hey, Popcorn.
Yeah.
I've been smashing them on the new Berkeley Crud Crawl.
I know you have.
And the Stank Bug.
Yeah.
John Cox smashing them. Bobby Lane smashing them. Justin Lucas smashing them. Yeah.
Everybody smashing
Shane
them.
LaHue smashing them. There's something about that. You always say Max sends the cheat code.
It is the cheat code.
Now it's in your favorite shapes.
It's in your favorite shape. Yeah,
You
exactly.
know what I mean?
They filled the gaps, and I feel complete. I don't even have them yet, but I saw yours.
Yeah.
So
and I've been catching
lock that door. down
two colors that really stand out. It's like a blue one. It's like a blueberry or a mulberry or something.
there. That green pumpkin blue fleck.
No,
That we talking
well,
about?
that's the one Johnny Cox was throwing when I was with him. That was
Yeah.
on the Stank Bug.
Oh, the blue. Yeah, I know.
He
what
puts
you're
that behind a swim jig. So like a 3/8 swim jig, black, blue, and then he puts the green pumpkin with green flake. Amazing. Green pumpkin with blue flake. Stank Bug, and it's extra stanky.
Yeah.
Check them out. And that Crud Crawl is awesome behind the swim jig as well. I did really well in Florida on the June Bug.
Yep.
One with the June Bug jig.
Yeah, you got the heavy flapper and the subtle flapper.
It's nice. Anyway, check them out. Available now at OmniaFishing.com, of course. Ryan, what else does Omnia have?
Omnia's got everything.
They got everything.
They've got they got Abu rods.
Yeah,
which
the
I've
new
been
LTD
enjoying.
bud.
The new LTDs, yes, sir.
Yikes.
God, they're all this new. There's so much new stuff coming, and like I'm overwhelmed. But it's everything's nice. I've had everything in my hands, all this new Veritas stuff, and it's just lighter actions. The Veritas tournament, a little bit heavier actions. These are a little bit lighter actions, so they filled that gap as well.
It seems to follow more like the Fantista actions, if you're familiar with that. Or the Japanese type actions.
Japanese actions. That's exactly right.
But amazing rods. I went peacocking with the 7-foot medium heavy boat flipping 4s.
Yeah.
I mean land flipping. Actually.
Grass flipping.
Grass flipping 4s.
It's a different kind of grass flipping.
Tomorrow, big derb. Okay. I heard these boys coming up will tell us about their derb, but the Kentucky Lake Open tomorrow. We got a bunch of horses in the race, Popcorn.
Yeah,
we do. We do.
I
We got
know.
Maddie McRobertson.
Well,
We got Bradley McChoder. We got Christopher McGrow. We got Kenta McCamara. He's the Irish Japanese guy on tour. He's awesome. Jamie McBrusenheimer Schmidt. All these guys.
yeah,
They're staying in a poopy trailer. They're staying in Jerkbait Brian's trailer in
Really?
Kentucky. All of them together.
all of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just telling stories about how the West was really won. You know what I mean? But we wish all of our horses in the race, as well as every competitor in that Bass Opens on Kentucky Lake tomorrow. May the Bass God smile upon you, and please be safe.
It's gonna be fun to see.
Out
We
there,
haven't seen that. Lake in a
Matt's
while.
winning it. I mean, pretty much Matt told us he's winning.
And he absolutely did.
I'm gonna win that tournament. I'll tell you right now, there ain't no way I'm gonna lose. All right.
That's a quote.
That's Matt Robertson. He's gonna be a preacher too. You know, by the way. Stay tuned for that.
After this win.
More of that to come.
Yeah.
Preacher Matt. Hey, what do you say that I got to tell you about this before we go. That new Power Pole 1 pump. Yikes. That's the deal. You don't even know it's on.
I have not seen it. Tell me about it.
No, it's really quiet, dude. Quick and quiet.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like John Rambo, you know, when he comes up behind you and he's like,
yeah,
you don't even know what happened.
Yeah.
That's the new Power Pole 1 pump. Check them out right now. power-pole.com. Speaking of, put those power poles down. Don't go anywhere. We're power pulling down for pleasure with the day team. When we return, it's James Watson, Cole Harris, and Zack Birge with special guests. Be right back.
This is the mountain, and this is mountain whiskey. Unspoiled, untamed, forever wild. There's no safety net, no way down. Up here, it's just man, and the mountain, and his tin cup. Tin Cup Whiskey. Mountain whiskey.
Omnia Premium Pro gives you the confidence to eliminate dead water on thousands of lakes across the U.S. Exclusively on the Omnia app, use 10 unique data layers containing critical real-time mapping information to see water temperature, water clarity, contours, lake bed hardness, and important weather data all in one place. Matched with Omnia's loyalty credit program on all your tackle and gear needs, this is the only app you need in your arsenal for success on the water.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, buddy. Welcome back. This is the glorified version of a bass fishing talk show. I'm your host, Pat Renwick. It's Ryan Popcorn Whitaker, Andy Ellenberger producing the hell out of this deal. And now we bring to you, for the first time ever on the glorified version of a bass and talk show, a couple of rowdy amigos. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
These guys are some proper bassin' men who don't take no for an answer. They're coming to your town. They'll help you party down. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Bass Fishing's D team on Watson's Worldwide Takeover. Hello, it's Zack Birge, Cole Harris, and James Watson. What's going on, guys?
What's up, guys?
What's happening? How you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Wait, Cole's got Sour Patch Kids.
What are you doing?
I see that. What is what? You guys are under a blanket together. That's Eddie Torres, the extra testicle, and the D team. That's good to see you, Eddie Torres.
Fucking get comfortable, Cole.
Try to interrupt your shake weight workout.
Yeah, I know you got. I mean, I know a lot of times you guys are pinging those minnows. So you got to keep yourself in shape with that shake weight, and you're doing a hell of a job. Watson's out of line already, Zack Birge.
And there's no telling what's fixing to happen.
Zack, welcome back to the Stray Cash Show. It's good to have you back here, bud, for real.
I appreciate it. I'm glad to be back. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been too long. You are a proper bassin' man, and kind of a by the book angler who, let's just face it, you're a badass, right? And a member of the D team. Okay.
He's actually really soft.
Is he? Okay. It's his lotion he uses. He's trying to get a sponsorship. Stop.
I don't know what lotion is.
Stop it. Yeah. Speaking of lotion, he puts the lotion on. It's Cole Harris. He's right up there. How you doing, Cole? Welcome to the Stray Cash Show.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's our pleasure. And you are a chief. You are the Stand Firm Foundation of the D team.
Founding father. I make shit happen, I guess.
Founding father. And the gentleman to your right needs no introduction. He is an international man of mystery. And also, he's one of the richest bass fishermen in the world. He is an entrepreneur. He's the one and only JMFW worldwide. This is his show tonight, by the way. He's hosting this. Good job, James.
Been preparing for this for weeks.
I know you have. And let me lay it down here. Let's lay down the D for the D team. The deal is we have 4 topics tonight. And we're gonna go over each one of these topics, and you guys chime in and give us your 6.5 cents. You know what I mean? What do you got, Cole? Contraband? What are you hiding? Saw that.
My fans.
Oh, it's
He's got a cool hoodie on. I like that.
he does. I really like that. That's custom.
Is that custom?
Is that available on FBD.com?
Certainly will after this podcast.
Okay.
I think it's FUK.com.
It is fishing. Whoa, don't go. That's it. Be careful. It's like if you anyway. Hey, fishingboatdocs.com, James Watson's newfound business. It's your business.
I need some more businesses.
Yeah. So I mean, this is the time to do it. You guys are in the midst of Durban, all 3 of you. Zack Birge, you're out. Where are you at right now? At a MILF Derb?
Yeah, at Murray.
At the MILF Derb at Murray. And then you boys are at the NPFL, Watson and Harris. And that's you're at Santee.
Yes, right below Murray.
Right below Murray. Look at that. So you guys should have got together.
Well, we did today. Murray dumps into Santee Cooper, I think.
It does after a series of merges.
Yes, it's part of the White River chain.
It's the Birge merge.
Yeah.
You know about that. So, hey, here's how this goes down. Let's have a series of topics tonight, 4 topics, and you boys discuss them amongst yourselves. I mean, the whole Bass Galaxy. And also, we'll have AR Rock and Show Fantasy field us a few opinions from the crowd regarding these various topics. Now, you guys have come up with some cool topics here that are important and near and dear to your heart. And James will start off with the topic that you had chosen, very apropos for the matter. Oh, I want to tell everybody, by the way, like and share this live Facebook feed, and you will have a chance to win a tin cup box of goodness to your door. A box of goodness. You like a fun box, don't you, Cole? I could tell.
Love me a fun box.
You love you a fun box, and obviously James Watson.
Fun boxes fall out of him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like and share the live Facebook feed, and we'll pick your name on a randomizer at the end of this broadcast. You have a chance of to win some tin cup goodness to your door, as well as what are you saying, Watson?
Don't even have to be 21.
It comes with a fake ID.
Yeah, Watson's good. He's got you covered in the state of Missouri. Don't worry.
good
He knows
value.
everybody. Knows everybody in Missouri. And how about this? This is what you boys don't know. You're giving away a D team prize pack.
Zack's truck.
Zack's truck.
Hell no. Y'all are crazy.
What do you want to give away?
Did you guys not talk
Watson's truck.
No, we didn't.
Watson's truck.
I'm bringing them on it now.
Custom imprint of Watson's nuts. We're going to just put them.
Like a plaster cast. Okay.
A mold.
Yeah, like the old plaster cast rock and roll.
Todd sack mold.
Dip them in glitter first? That'd be pretty nuts.
It's a plaster
Away.
podcast.
We're going to give away the first D-Team hoodie.
Cole Harris,
Very
got one.
first one.
Okay, I like it. A D team hoodie.
Let-
And how about Watson? Why don't you throw in an FBD item too?
Yeah, we'll throw up
The
FBD.
condoms. The new condoms.
Well,
Those are new. Those are coming out.
those-
And then Zach, how about you throw in something like a I don't know, a back scratcher or a back scrubber or something, a fufa, a loofah.
I'm sure I can find something.
Yeah, Zack Birge is going to throw something in too. So this is the D Team prize pack. Like and share the live Facebook feed. Your chance to win that as well. There's a box of Tin Cup Mountain goodness to your door. All right, James Watson.
yes,
This is your show. This Watson's Worldwide Takeover. You're doing a great job so far.
thanks.
Yeah. And the point of order that you wanted to talk about was, of course, FBD, fishing boat docks. Oh, go figure, but there's more to it. There's actually something going on right now that is pretty bothersome to you as well as many bass anglers in the Bass Galaxy about fishing boat docks. What is it, J-Dubs?
There's a legislation, Pat, and I don't know if you can pull it up on there or not, Popcorn. The Tennessee has got something. Now, I heard it's been pushed back. It's on the back burner right now, but they actually are trying to regulate boat docks, being able to fish boat docks on public waters, like making not just marinas, not courtesy docks of boat ramps, every boat dock. So every Karen that walks down there can actually scream at you, "Don't fish my boat dock."
Wow. And as in your home lake could be greatly affected by that.
Well, being in Missouri, it almost touches Tennessee. It's kind of east-west of it. But if Tennessee was to pass that legislation, somehow they're going to probably circle back, going to put some lipstick on it and try to slide this thing through.
Huh.
If as my business partner and Army buddy used to say, don't let that camel get its nose underneath the tent because it will flip it up. If that in any state such as Tennessee was to pass legislation that said you couldn't be around within X amount of feet of boat docks to fish, that state, other states would fall in line. It'd have a precedence. And we seriously don't need that to happen in the fishing world.
No, you're right. Now, James, get this. I've spoken with some experts. In fact, we have one lined up.
Good.
And they're Andy. You bring our expert on anytime if he's available. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Gene Gilliland from Bassmaster. Hello, Gene.
Yes.
Howdy.
How are you doing, Gene?
I'm recovering. We had to put a water heater in today after being gone to Florida for 2 weeks. So we got back and didn't have any hot water. So we're recovering now.
Because you were using all that water, you were not thinking of yourself and using all that water to keep the bass safe at Okeechobee and St. John's River. So we thank you for that, Gene.
And they did a great job.
Gene, of course, Bass Fishing Hall of Fame member. Give it up for Gene. That's an amazing accolade. I know all three of you gentlemen hope to someday be in that category. Gene, that's in case you don't see, that's Zack Birge. That's Cole Harris, and of course, the world famous JMFW Worldwide. You know him, Gene. Now, as you heard, Gene, and the reason we brought you to this show is you know a little bit about this legislature for banning boat dock fishing. And you told me it may have already taken place in some other parts of the country.
Yeah. In fact, I the particular piece of legislation in Tennessee that James is looking at, I'll just read it here. It's restrict activities that interfere with public boat access and marina facilities. And it was pretty broad. It was going to make it illegal to swim, fish, or conduct any other activities that would disrupt the intended use of docks. Or the good thing is that on the 25th of February, this legislation was withdrawn. So, nice. Like James said, it's probably on somebody's radar somewhere, but it's not an active piece of legislation right now. But there are, as you and I, Pat, when we talked at Okeechobee, there are several places around the country where either the Corps of Engineers or some of the state parks managers have the authority to restrict fishing around marinas and boat docks. And on other places, it's considered public water. And as long as you don't get on the dock, that would be trespassing or damage people's property. It's okay to fish around docks. And so I've always thought it was really odd that the Corps of Engineers has different rules in Atlanta versus Missouri versus Texas. I've always, and James, you tell me this, it's the Army. Shouldn't the rules be the same everywhere? Right. All the Corps of Engineers?
All across the board. That's the way the Army.
But they're not. It's like whatever colonel is over that district kind of it's to make the rules. And we've been fighting this battle for years and years across several states. And then there's places where state park managers have the authority to, I guess you'd say, post fishing restrictions around docks and marinas.
Hey, Gene. Sorry to interrupt you, but can we try? We're getting some gravel on your audio. Any chance maybe you can just try backing off the phone a little bit? I think it might just be distorting with it being louder. Like maybe if you backed up a little bit, maybe that'll work. I know we tried some other stuff, but
all right, is that any better?
It does seem to be a little better. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
So that's kind of where it stands. We've got some places where it's illegal to fish around docks. We have, from BASS's standpoint, we have always tried to impress on people that it's public water and there should not be those kind of restrictions.
And it's sad that it's come to that. We have all had encounters with bass fishermen, as James and Cole and Zach said, with Karens. What do you call a male Karen, by the way? What is the appropriate name for that?
Karen.
Okay.
Douchebag.
So yeah, I mean, and Gene, there's a possibility that, I mean, this could happen. You could be flipping a boat dock and you could be thrown in the hoosgow for trespassing.
They got to.
Yeah. And there's, there are, and I know some of you guys have fished some of the lakes in New York where there are certain coves on some of those lakes, like at Cayuga, where if it's a man-made cove, they can post it and say it's off limits. But if it's a natural embayment, it's public water. So it can get really confusing about where you can and can't fish sometimes. The thing that works in our favor from a fishing standpoint is that a lot of states have laws that say there is a constitutional right to fish. And if somebody harasses you as you're fishing and you're not in the wrong, then the Karens can be charged with violations of those laws. So
Yeah, that's more like it.
Absolutely. I know that in some Illinois waters, they've got certain marinas posted no fishing, stuff like that. But if you look up the laws, you'll find that those signs were probably just bought on Amazon and put up there, and there's no regulation whatsoever. It's just
Watson's selling them now on
people out.
fishingboatdocks.com, by the way. If you want those for your dock, fishingboatdocks.com, James has those.
And with the illegal no fishing signs, you can go to anywhere that makes stickers and get some G stickers and just put that over the end, and you got go fishing, and then it's all solved.
There it is.
So,
easy solution.
Yeah. But yeah, I do encourage anyone, like if you're fishing somewhere and you think that something might not be off limits, but it's posted and there's no regulation to it, there's no, state printed on it or anything, look it up, look up the law, because chances are, it could just be someone put up a sign.
Yeah, 100%.
Wants to keep people out.
And like they do on your home lake, James, at Lake of the Ozark. I mean, they would have constant wood if there was if that law passed on Lake of the Ozarks. The headhunters out there.
They would. And Gene touched about the core. For example, all the marinas on the White River chain, Beaver, Table Rock, Bull Shoals, and commercial docks are all off limits for fish.
Right.
Private docks are still available to fish, but there is a law that you can't go to Port of Kimberley, you can't go into State Park or Camel Point or Big M and spoonjack those boat docks because you will get run down.
Yeah, but hey, I mean, it's real talk, and it's something that I guess that anglers need to speak up on if we want to do something about it, right?
But I think what caught my attention was the fact that the Tennessee Nation Bassmaster, is it the Federation or Nation page, had posted that. So as good as your guys' reach is, Gene, with the Federation, we need all those guys to keep us dialed in state by state. It doesn't happen, and it doesn't affect private boat docks. It's really important, and they'll put a lot of lipstick on things to get it slid on through there, and it might be missed. So we got to be diligent on keeping an eye on things like that.
Well, and legislation like you brought up, a lot of times those things kind of slip in very quietly. There's not a lot of fanfare, and they go through the committees, and next thing you know, the governor's signing something that we didn't know about. And so, to your point, it's really important for people to kind of pay attention to those kind of things and try to get ahead of these things before they get out of hand.
Yeah, heck yeah. And again, be aware, anglers out there, and don't let this happen to you. Be aware and don't let them slip it under.
And also to the anglers too. I mean, most people know, like, don't leave. If you get hung up, don't cut your line and leave 50 feet of line hanging out from the dock. There's still a lot of people doing that. Yeah. And when you do have people doing that and boat owners get their lower units blown because they sucked up fishing line, I don't blame them for being mad about it. So, all you got to do is pull on that thing and break it, and you see, people
be proper.
Don't leave hooks in lines either. Those guys come out there to untie their boat and they get a hook in their hand. That would suck. So go get it. If they yell at you, just tell them you're getting the hook out.
Hey, Gene, thank you so much for joining our Bass and Round Table on Fishing Boat Docks today. And hey, on this Bass and Round Table segment, we'll be having more of these. We'd like if you'd be a resident spokesperson, come in and enlighten us on some things.
I would be glad to do that.
Awesome. Give it up for Gene. He is the CEO of Bass Conservation in the Bass Galaxy. I'll see you soon at the Classic, Gene.
Thank you.
Thanks. That's Gene.
Thanks,
right
Gene.
there. Heck yeah. All right, Watson. Gene's a pretty smart guy, ain't he?
Yeah, he is. I've known Gene for a while. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And again, I think the point of that matter is be aware and don't let people stop you from effing BDs.
I'm effing all day long, baby. And Pat, you doing your homework, son. You're taking this podcast shit for real.
Well, it's my job. I grew up a little in the last few weeks.
One night a week. That's all he does. We're fucking it all up.
3 nights a month. Stop it.
Yeah, 3 nights a month.
Stop it. Hey, the next point of order. a question. And what does the Bass Galaxy have anything to chime in on fishing boat docks before we move on to the next point? Rock and Show Fantasy, anything on there? If you have something to say about or chime in, let them.
Hey,
what?
$50 buying fishing boat docks gear or more from now until the 1st of April. Somebody's going to win $1,000 entry fees courtesy of fishingboatdocks.com.
Oh, that's right. You're paying $1,000 out for entry fees. And what do they got to get, J-Dubs? What do they got to do?
Dollars or more on the Fishing Boat Docks website.
How many? 50?
50.
50 or more. That's easy. That's easy to do.
Spend it, son. Get your credit card out, Pat.
All right. I'm doing it right now. I'm ordering right now from FPD.
Look, these idiots got
they don't come in magnums, James. I gotta reorder.
Yeah. Well,
okay. Hey, this is a topic that is near and dear to your heart. All three of you. And it's sight fishing. Now, when I say sight fishing, I don't mean looking at bedding fish. I mean another angler seeing you catch fish.
What about the bent rod?
Bent rod pattern. Poaching. You know what I mean?
Well,
now, we saw a perfect example on your tour over there, Zach, of a couple boys going at it a couple weeks ago about some hole poaching.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it reminded me of the old when Ish and that guy went after it that time. Happened to be the same gentleman.
Yeah. Oh, you're O'Shea deal.
Yeah, exactly. Now
that wasn't over a spot though. That was a lock debacle.
Well, that was a lock debacle with Ish.
Each other.
Yeah,
that was a whole. Yeah.
That was with Ish Monroe. That was a whole lock thing, and then there was going to be a fight, and it was awesome. I loved it. But anyway, on to the present. You guys enlightened me on it a little bit. What happened?
Well, there's kind of it's kind of a whole deal. I don't know how specific it was on a place or whatnot with.
You can say it.
With Poche and the other guy, but evidently Keith was pretty pissed off. But what's crazy about it is the second day after. I think it was like 16 of us went down the first day. On the second day, there was like 29 boats that went down that physically went through the lock to go down and fish in Apopka. Okay. So it nearly doubled on day 2 with guys that weren't there on day 1. Now, yeah, so really the only thing that I got into in that position was there was a guy that was not there the first day that happened to be in the lock before I got there, so he was the third boat in there and the first group that locked through, which means that it can only take 3. It's a little bitty lock, so 3 guys can go at a time. It takes roughly 15 or 20 minutes to get through. Well, if that guy hadn't decided to go down there and fish on day 2 and basically just go out and hole jump, people, I would have been the third boat in the lock. I would have got 20 extra minutes of fishing time had he not done that.
Okay.
But that also goes for a whole bunch of other guys that were behind me too that ended up costing them probably an hour or more by the time they eventually got in and got through. That kind of irritated me, and I think it did a few other guys too. But as far as the Poche and the other guy, I just know Poche was pretty hot about it.
It was everywhere. That's when we see a lot of it on every tour, and it's such a gray area. I know for a fact an incident of it on the St. Johns River. Other anglers see other anglers in the event with the bent pole, and it's a gravitational factor. It seems to be like a force calling someone in at times. And it's been an issue as long as Durban's been going on, hasn't it, boys?
Oh yeah, it has. It's getting worse. It's way worse, I believe, over at MILF because these guys know when your scope period is. They know what your catch is for the day, and they can easily drive by you or You could be fishing and see them drive by you, and you can just ask your boat official, "Hey, what's such and such? What do they got?" And if they're catching them, you're like, "Oh, okay, well, I'm in the right zone then." And then I see it could be wrong. I could be completely wrong, but the guys that are scoping and banging it up for that one period and catching all the weight that they probably going to catch for the day because they're super good with their scopes, when they're done scoping, what do they got to do? They got to go find where they can catch some bass regular style fishing. And I think the whole jumping mess is probably going to be a lot worse now on MLF than it has been.
Never going to stop until somebody gets their ass whipped.
That's it.
Zach, I like that. I mean, I think that parking lot fights should be brought back to bass fishing
on the water.
Let's do it.
Hey, in every league. I mean, let's think about it. Ray Scott was a little more subtle at it. He used to settle things by parking lot races, things like that. You know what I mean? But I mean, a good old fashioned wrestling match, man. I mean, yeah, right, Cole.
Poke their head under, they'll knock it off.
I mean,
stop bubbling.
Watson, you're breaking up a little. I'm missing your gold. What'd you say?
You only bring your head up when they stop bubbling.
Okay. But for real, I mean, how it's an age-old problem. We bring these problems up to bring solutions as well. Is violence the solution to keep people from hole jumping? I don't necessarily know that that's the answer.
No, but you know, back in the good old, you could have a peaceful conversation with an angler who you might be sharing an area with and say, where's the boundary? Where is your stopping point? I will fish no further than your stopping point. You fish further this way of mine. You stay on this left side of the creek. I'll stay on the right side of the creek. If you want to switch, holler.
Yeah, like that Boyd Duck at Carl Jacobson tournament.
That's really all that has to happen.
Yeah,
it's all that has to happen. Yeah, but community like that really doesn't happen as much as it used to. I think people get their feelings hurt real quick and get really defensive,
But it's so competitive. Professional bass fishing has never been more competitive amongst its peers than it is in 2025. I mean, it's so competitive, James. Ryan and I were talking about this. You have to, in order to be a bass fisherman, you have to have a podcast. You have to be a video guy. You have to be a photographer. You have to
be an editor.
Yeah, you have to be an editor as well. You have to be able to write articles. Oh yeah, remember, Zach? Also catch fish. You got to be able to catch fish.
Yeah, that's.
And we don't get paid enough.
Yeah. There you go. But I mean, here's the deal. That's how competitive professional angling is right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just catching fish. So if dude sees other dude, bent pole, boat flop, 4-pounder, gravitation seems to be the key, right?
Right. But here's the one thing I'm not fishing at the level you guys are, but I think you might agree that if you got 50, 100 boats, 20 boats, whatever, the same stuff happens on the water. And the one thing that the worst thing I see is the guy in the parking lot after the tournament talking real loud to his buddies about some guy that was hole hopping him or whatever, but he never said anything to the guy in the moment.
Right. That's what Cole's saying.
That's what, sorry if I missed that, but that's the worst part of it. That's what builds all the bullshit, all the drama and all the gossip and everything. Just handle it on the water. And, I've acted as tournament director. When people come to me, try to protest somebody, they never even talk to the guy. I'm like, what are we even talking about here?
Yeah,
handle it on the water. BS. Don't bring it.
Hold on one second. This is super important. And I got to backtrack. I'm sorry. James, can Canadians get this $1,000 for their dirt? Huh?
I don't care if you're Japanese.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, Lee King, he's from Canada. He says, "Hey, if I do this, will you pay $1,000 in your Canadian derp?" Oh, so yeah, he's buying $50 worth of FPD right now.
Canadians are welcome.
Yeah,
go buy a hooker with it. I don't give
I don't know what you get for that, James.
$1,000 US. I'm not going to go to the rate exchange or whatever at the airport or on the cruise ship for him.
Just give it to Corey and Chris and Coop. They'll give it to the guy.
Everybody in Canada. Good
Yeah.
idea. Tell
He knows everybody.
them thank you. So
Where were we? Sorry, guys. Good point, Ryan.
Yeah,
Bring it
handle
to
on the water.
Handle it on the water.
handle it on the water. I agree. Handle it on the water.
Handle
There's
it on the
nothing
water.
wrong with saying, hey man, what are you doing?
The fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Exactly. And if you handle it on the water, you don't have to make a video about it.
You're right. If
You just handle it on the water.
hey man,
Now,
you're gonna
Here's a question in regarding sight fishing from Matt Macy. And he wants to know, are there competitors using drones to look where other competitors are fishing during the tournament?
Good question.
It's a great question.
No. Go ahead,
We
Zach.
can't. We can't. I mean, it's not possible for us. We have officials. We physically can't do that. The only thing we can do to see where another competitor is or what he's got is literally to see them visually where they're at and ask our official, hey, what does James Watson have? And they'll say James Watson's got 25 pounds or something. Then you
They'll
know.
just say average size, usually. When it comes-
One fish.
Yeah, I mean, we can't even fly drones in practice, so that's like not even possible.
Okay. Good. That was a question for you. That was a great question. That's an excellent question.
Good question. We like good questions.
Heck yeah. Well, there it is. The the solution, according to this panel, is confrontation on the water properly.
Yes.
Just don't be a pussy.
Yeah. Be a man about it, right, Cole?
I mean, we spend all this money. We have all this equipment. We're wasting all this time. We're dealing with all the other bullshit on the back end. If someone's acting up on the water, tell them.
Popcorn, you hit something, just like Cole's saying right here. You hit something, and this was great and refreshing to have at the NPFL meeting a couple of nights ago. Brad said, hey, guys, we don't want any of this stuff to really spiral out of control. If you've got an issue with an angler, if you come to me and say, hey, Cole, I saw Cole blow no wake zone today. My response back to you, this is Brad. My response back to you is, all right, James, here's your protest form. Fill it out. Put your name in it because it's not anonymously.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be your name protesting Cole Harris for blowing a no wake zone. And I'm going to go to Cole and say, Cole, got a protest here against you. None of this hiding behind anything. You're going to write your name down and say it. If you do not write that down, put your name on it and protest it, it's done with me. We're not going. It doesn't. I don't care if 5 other people come up and say the same thing. If you don't write it and protest it with your written name on it, it will go nowhere.
Okay.
And stood up and applauded him saying that.
Brad's awesome. He don't take no BS.
Nope.
Yeah, and if you don't make an official protest,
Doesn't know.
don't talk about it. There's no
Exactly.
point talking about
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. All right. Well, that's that. And speaking of handling things like a man, the next topic is a real man's topic, and that's the D team. Let's take it to Cole T. Harris.
Wait a second. I got on this post.
Wait. Oh, wait. I'm sorry, James. It's your show. Sorry.
My damn show, Pat. Shut
I know.
up.
I forgot.
All right.
Sorry.
There's more to last week. Well, one, I was watching some of the live, and Keith had a camera in his boat, and he started to discuss that it was BS that he had to buy 150 horse motor, and the only one, this new rule the MLF's got, you have to have a minimum of 150 horse, and he's the only one affected by this.
Oh, that's right. He was running the 115.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
I said, you better be careful, Keith. Don't be bad mouthing the milfers. So, lo and behold, he gets on there and he's doing this video, but he had first made a post about having the camera. He got the email. He had a camera for the next day. And then 2 hours later, he got another email having his camera withdrawn. And he says, I had a camera, and here, lo and behold, I don't have a camera anymore, which started a whole other deal of comments, unbelievable amount of comments. And I'm like, oh boy. So the Adrian Avena deal with Keith, and the fact that he had said something against MLF taking his camera away. And then, did anybody see his apology? First off, let me ask, has anybody ever seen Keith Poche apologize to anybody for anything or
No.
Just once, just this last one.
Yeah.
just this last one?
Yeah.
So he made this video apologizing. I made a comment, said, Keith, I said, man, it's fine to apologize. Maybe you weren't tactful on the way you said it. But hey, buddy, we got your back. Note this: you'll be just fine if you went and fished somewhere else. You're replaceable. Everybody's replaceable. There's 1,000 guys ready to take and pay the entry fee, if not twice as much of an entry fee to take your place. MLF's running a business. And I said, you run your business too. You're good to go, bud. No need for an apology. Something to that effect. Well, why did Keith Poche get on there and apologize? Can somebody tell me why?
I mean, I don't know facts, but
I have no idea.
There may have been influence there. Who knows?
Yeah. Pat?
It seems that way. I
You
mean,
know him better than we
Poche
do.
doesn't seem like a guy to stand down. I mean, right, wrong, and different. Most Cajuns are pretty feisty.
Did you listen to it, though? I mean, I'm like...
I did, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't seem like the Keith I know.
My comment pulled down. Keith blocked me, took me off the comment.
He blocked you?
Yeah, I think... Now, this is me.
I think he'd block Cole, but not you.
I don't know how factual, if this is factual at all, but did MLF or Berkeley censor Keith Poche? Did Keith Poche get a Watson? Did he get a phone call from
Watson is a verb now.
Yes, it is.
Interesting.
And from MLF, or did Kathy call and say, hey, you need to calm down? If you don't, you could get fined, or you could get Watson.
Well, that does happen.
That's a question for Keith.
Yeah, 100%.
Nope.
I mean, but that does happen, James, in every league. Anglers get calls. I have friends in leagues who I know that the leagues have called them and said, settle down, bud.
Yeah. Yep.
It happens.
I think it took place, but it's crickets. It's crickets. So plus you got Berkeley sponsoring both anglers. And Berkeley wanted that infighting to go on.
Yeah, I doubt they did. They wanted peace, you know?
Yeah.
Just like Matt Robertson fishing in his underwear. He got calls.
He did.
He got calls.
Well,
The
reason that happens because his underwear.
That's right.
That was peaceful, though.
That wasn't peaceful.
That was peaceful.
Yeah. He was just,
He was just fishing in his underwear.
Hey, but age-old problem. Getting thumbed down in Bassin by the authority, as well as hole poaching. All in one right there. That was a double topic, Watson.
Sorry.
Good job. All right. Now on to the deal here. That's this guy right there. That's Cole T. Harris. What's the T stand for?
Thomas.
Oh, I thought it was testosterone.
Big dick.
Wow. Hey now. So, hey now, DT.
There's no T in that.
Bass dictated energy, BDE. That's what you were referring to.
Oh,
hey, Cole, the D team. Now I got to tell you, bud. First off, the viewer question you get is you're still borrowing boats, and your boat's still in the woods somewhere. There's moss growing on it and Sam Squatch dens.
Not in the. I'm thankfully just waiting for my new boat at this point. It's been a real shit show, but it's coming to an end.
So I got to tell you, all that aside, I hope you get your brand new boat. But man, I love the D team videos. You guys knock it out. Dude. Yeah, like Birge, you are one of the best method actors I have ever seen in the history of bass fishing. Don't know where you studied, Zach, but you're knocking it out. Now, Cole, are you the director of these?
I just wake up and I have a million ideas in my head, and we just kind of make it happen. The more we wing it, the better they are. So, honestly, the best stuff that we do is the first take.
Always. That's the heartfelt.
Oh, just honestly, we spent some time with Watson at his house before our tournament out there, and we were kind of trying to plan stuff, and I told him, I'm like, the best stuff for us comes from, it just happens. And basically, as we were saying that, we walked through the front door of a grocery store, and there was a whole pallet of Keystone.
No, Bush Light.
Bush Peach.
Yeah. $5 a 12-pack.
Oh, that's a
it was
time.
terrible. Yeah.
That's stuff that happens, you know. So
I'm still trying to finish that beer.
The apple was better.
Bush Pete.
I would like to take, credit for being a producer or whatever. I just hold the phone.
You edit the crap out of stuff.
I mean, yeah, I edit.
He puts a lot of stuff together.
I do a lot of work, but I can't do it without these guys. Like,
and Seth Ellis is part of it too, right?
Seth Ellis, Josh. Yep. We have Jordan Osborne this year. Jeff Sprague's in it. Like, we just are slowly just.
We got a lot of people have sent resumes.
Yeah, we have
now Watson. Yeah, Watson is in, and he got in for his Dirk Diggler-esque qualities, right?
Dude, I have no idea what I did. They I'm a master mason and a Shriner. And
yes, sir.
I had to do to become a mason doesn't hold a candle. Yes, you know the lodge. Not a candle can be held to the things I had to do to get on the D team.
That we don't just let anyone in.
No,
we have an intern we're working with right now. He's letting me borrow his boat twice, so I'm thinking about letting him in for that. But it's honestly a group of dudes that we're all just really, really close, good friends. And to be honest with you,
I would trust one of these motherfuckers.
We're all sick of the shit on the back end. We're sick of it. Like, we've all been burnt somehow by some stupid thing. And
in Bassin,
just trying to survive. And we're sick of this shit. And we're taking bass fishing back. So
I like it.
Fuck out the way.
Okay, I like it. Colt T. Harris.
Look.
Yeah, the T is for takeover.
Taking it over.
Yeah.
So the D team is going to bring bass fishing back. We're sick of the fishing industry fucking all the fishermen. And
now we love the ones that love us and take care of us.
We love people that back.
Well, maybe you did something wrong, Cole.
No, I just woke up one day and got off, and I have a whole bunch of homies that want to support the same idea, and that's the D team. If you don't know what the D team is, check out my Instagram. It's the Champlain Kid, and you can watch all our videos. That basically, we don't have the opportunity to see the people face to face most of the time, and if we do, they don't show up to the tournament and go home, like Chapstick. And make a video about, and that's it. Like, ask Doug Chapman, he'll tell you. He went home early. He didn't even go to fish the tournament. His balls shriveled right up.
Oh boy.
Why? It's cold, Cole?
We don't do things. We don't do videos of sponsor related videos and stuff. We just do it. It's organic.
Yeah, I saw you breaking some rods that were super strong.
Speak the truth. We don't hide it. We're careful how we do it and what we say and do. But it's all real. It's stuff that everybody that we fish against or on any of these tours think and say to their friends. We just say it to just how we feel, and it needs to be out there so people can hear it.
It's kind of sweet and sour bassin'. You get a little of both.
We just have fun. We fish the NPFL, and we have fun. We're bringing the fun back to bass fishing. It's stressful and it costs a lot of money, and we just come out here and we have a good time, and
I love it.
we said, and we try to win money, and then we go home and we just start all over again the next tournament. And we try to make it as much fun as we can, because it hasn't been in the last however many years.
I like it. I like your attitude,
Nice.
Cole.
We're
the whole D team attitude.
That's it.
Yeah, that's the deal, and we need more of that. We need some more lightheartedness. In bed. Why are you laughing, James? What happened? Oh, he's crying. He's actually crying, Cole.
So touchy.
Be all right.
Andy, do you have that Arms of an Angel music?
Please.
Please play that for James's tears. That's the D team.
Dude, we picked up some freaking roadkill.
We did.
We weighed in a squirrel.
We weighed in a squirrel at the Bass Nation tournament on Lake of the Ozarks. Table Rock.
How'd you weigh in a squirrel?
Oh, we just
we got to watch the video. Go to my Instagram.
Okay.
We found it and it makes it ours.
We were driving down the road.
That kid wanted to beat us to it.
Yeah, and this little kid was poking it with a stick, and Seth jumped out and scared him and grabbed it and threw it in a truck, and we brought it down to the weigh-in, and we weighed it in.
We asked before the tournament director if we could weigh this squirrel-mouth bass in before he started this tournament, and thought pushback, but we were got 100% support.
Absolutely, they were awesome.
Yeah.
Well, they supported it because they realized that James Watson walked up there.
His grandma
in a pink dress.
Yeah, they had no choice, did they, Birge?
That pretty much sealed the deal.
They had no choice. Hey, the D team is here to stay, I guess.
We're not going
anywhere. No matter what league you fish, the D team travels to it and takes over.
Oh, see, we don't have to fish a league, because even if we don't fish a league, we're still gonna just speak the truth and talk that. We don't have to be in a league to enjoy the sport.
It's kind of like outlaw bassing, right?
Fun videos.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, some of this funny crap.
Oh,
yeah,
it's amazing, and it's
all real life stuff. I mean, the one that Zach and I did about what it's like to be a co-angler. I mean, every single co-angler out there watched that, I'm sure, and was like, this is how it is for real.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So, hey, why does Zack Birge? Why do you have all those 1970s tennis outfits in your closet? Like, why? I mean, you just happen to have all that stuff. I mean, that's kind of odd. America wants to know.
Tell him, Zach. Tell him.
Well, see, there's Cole's wife happens to. Those were her shorts, and they just so happened to fit, and they rolled with it. Yeah. No, look, the first time I ever put that outfit on, I was at Cole's house. We made the 4th of July video, which everybody really needs to go watch that one.
They hashtag moose knuckled it.
Listen, I went to one of Cole's neighbor's house for a 4th of July party, a pool party at that, where I knew absolutely nobody, not one person but Cole and his wife that were there, 2 people.
Dressed like that?
And there's probably 15 people, 20 people there. And here I am sporting this 1970s tennis outfit with my balls trying to drop out of the side of my shorts. And I'm like, give me another beer because I need to be a little more comfortable. It was extremely awkward, but I think everybody got a good kick out of
it. Him and like 6 little kids playing in the pool, just so we're clear.
That's the story behind. I was wondering why you had that lying around, Zach. I didn't know.
This old thing? These old shorts? Yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious. The D team, if you have not experienced the D team, go to the Champlain Kids Insta page, and you're going to enjoy yourself.
You told me earlier, I think you said you're friends with Fighter, right?
I am, yeah.
Well, we've called the Derby boys out multiple times, and I want to call them out one more time.
Okay.
We want to have a competition. We want some kind of a competition team against the Derby boys. So call us up. We're going to figure it out. It's going to be plenty of Kool-Aid and some fishing. So
those guys broke up though, because there was all kinds of contract negotiations. Like Chris Johnson was asking for so much money. It was ridiculous. I mean, he won AOI. It went through his head. He's like, I mean, I can't do this for under 15. a half episode. So I mean, you give me 15K a half episode, I'm in. They did the whole thing.
He pulled a Guggen on him.
Yeah, it went all Guggen-esque. It really did. But here's what's really happening. This is true. Okay, this is not a true story I just made up, but this is 100% true. James Watson and Kyle Patrick are having a FBD derby on Lake of the Ozarks, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's real. Right,
won't-
James?
Yeah, that's for real, but he won't show up.
You don't think he'll show up?
No.
Oh, he's already texting me and excited about it.
I thought he was scared.
No. And then we could probably work something out with Seth and Matt and get them to fish against the D team.
Oh, I didn't say fish.
Oh.
Fishing.
Competition.
Oh, you want to wrestle?
No, we haven't decided. We're just gonna come up with a mutual.
Oh, let's see who could smoke the most amount of cigarettes in a row without puking.
Just gonna wing it. We're just gonna wing it. Oh, we need
I think
to.
Seth would win that one.
Well, you never know. You never know.
Maybe he's on Seth.
Watson might surprise you.
I don't think they.
Taking Seth and the over on that one.
There's also freeform dance, that competition.
Rowboat racing.
Rowboat, yes, exactly.
Right.
There's spelunking.
Yeah. Banana
We need to do boat racing with our tournament boats.
You really? They used to
Straight
do
up.
that. They used to do that. They used to have a competition, Bass Champs.
We need to bring that back.
They do, Zach. You're right, because they had boat driving competition on courses. Then they'd have a little whole course for the derbs, and then they'd compile the points all together, and that's who would win. That was an amazing deal. I remember Aaron was doing them. Aaron was good at driving the course.
With how
nailed it.
fast trolling motors are, I'd like to see a trolling motor slalom.
But here's not all kidding aside. You professional bass anglers are some of the best boat drivers in the world, and I'm not even kidding. Like these large fields of boats, 104 anglers, 150 anglers, 275 anglers, and the only guy that's bumping into people that I see out there is Trey McKinney when he was bouncing out there. He's just because he's new. But I mean, yeah. But I mean, it's pretty amazing what you guys can do. That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Hey, our last point of order tonight seems to be very hot in the bass fishing world right now, and that is bass fishing tournament coverage. And we live for that, right? As bass fishing fans, that's what we live for. Zach, first and foremost, you're a bass fishing fan, aren't you? Or you wouldn't be doing this shit.
Absolutely. I watch everybody's tournaments.
I mean, you are, you are a example, college champ, right? Bass champ, going way back. Perfect example, Zach, of coming up through the system. Fan of the sport. Obviously, Cole, fan of the sport. James Watson, now a legend and a fan of the sport. You are a legend, James, whether you know it or not. And tournament coverage to us is everything.
Yeah.
Now, here's what gets me. I am so tired of people bitching about tournament coverage. All right. STFU. Because here's the deal. We didn't even have this stuff that long ago. Okay. Everyone is still learning how to do things.
It's
an evolutionary process. Okay. Nipful, amazing job with the FFS coverage. Hats off to you guys. Groundbreaking what you're doing with that.
No more of that.
What's that?
No more of that.
Yeah, I get it. But what they did was awesome.
They did.
You hear what I'm sorry. Yeah, I should have prefaced no longer doing it, but it was great what they were doing, how they were showing it. Okay. Bassmaster constantly trying to evolve in the coverage. I mean, let's go back the whole McInnes thing. Amazing live coverage, even from the FLW days, of live bassing.
Yeah.
Let's kind of face it. That's where we really got a taste of that first McInnes Productions. When
helicopter cams
on the FLW, remember, guys? Yep. I mean, fans of the sport. That's where we saw it. And it evolves into what we have today. Zach, why is everybody always bitching about coverage? Why?
Because it doesn't matter how good you make things, people are still going to bitch about something, regardless of what it is. If you can have the most perfect You have the most perfect setup on everything. Somebody's going to bitch about something.
Yeah, 100%.
It never fails.
I think most of the bitching is about the predictability at this point.
What do you mean?
Watching back at people's heads.
Well, just whether they're looking at the screen or not, you're going to see the back of the anglers. But the predictability here recently is what I think people are bitching about. So, like predictable winners, predictable technique, I think that's what I see most of the bitching about.
I
Bassmaster, like old stuff today, when just hanging out, like early mid 2000s, and it is the coverage, even though like the picture is old school and fuzzy, and it's so much better. They had helicopters that were chasing boats, and like you saw guys racing, and you saw
we have drones now though.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, but they don't show it though. They never display any of that footage. And we get a boat taking off and falling over, and that's it, maybe. But no running 70, 75 miles an hour down the lake with being filmed out of a helicopter that looks badass.
No, you're right.
Or guys that are flying a drone, they need to get those drones flying with the boat and actually show that footage, utilize it.
You don't need a cameraman necessarily on the boat. Just put a cameraman on a boat next to you. I mean, we have all these sponsor logos and motor sponsors and power poles and stuff behind the cameraman and around the cameraman that is very, very important, that we pay $3,000-$4,000 to just have on our boats, but no one sees it unless we're driving down the road. So angles and like, honestly, go watch early 2000s, mid 2000s, and that's what I think is way better than what we see today.
Yeah, early Elite Series, first couple of years of the Elite Series.
They call it the golden age of bass,
Yeah.
and some say Bassin's past its prime. I don't necessarily agree with that.
Let's be fair, though. I mean, at that there were problems back then too. I mean, could you imagine if social media was what it is now? When in the was it 07 when Clausen won and his camera guy fell out of the boat and they had no coverage of his final day? Can you imagine if that happened now? Like social media would explode. You wouldn't have any coverage.
Or
of the
Ike
winner.
and KVD fighting on a spot together.
Yeah, that's
sight
stuff.
fishing.
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
drama. If it's not interesting or catching somebody's eye, like why does somebody? I understand, like we fish for a living and we watch fishing on TV and our tournaments on TV, but like in NASCAR, when drivers get mad, they get nose to nose and try to hit each other with their helmets, or they hit each other with their cars, or all you see in the bass fishing world on TV is just casting and catching a fish and people talking, and I don't want to watch that shit myself. Like let's show some people getting angry or talking shit or idling around in the morning, and guys, just let's show real tournament bass fishing, not what's happening on the water.
We need Chigger to come back.
Absolutely.
Yeah, remember that?
Totally.
Absolutely.
I 100% agree with
if I may put a shameless plug in here, there's a little show on Bassmaster.com as well as Bassmaster YouTube called Riding with Pat. And I go with Elite Series anglers the first 2 days of the Derby. And I show exactly what you're talking about, Cole, from the second I hop in that boat till the time they check in. They're little 9 to 11 minute segments, but that's it.
People getting mad, breaking a rod.
Yeah, 100%. It's there.
Drama.
Everything. Like that is what every bass fisherman that is watching will relate to. They're going to want to keep watching that. Like, oh shit, I get mad every day and break something or swear.
Yeah. And flip side of that too, for everybody that loves that, for the 100 people that like that, the one Karen's going to get on there. Oh, I can't believe he broke that $200 rod that high school team would love to have that. That rod could have come in and changed somebody's life.
Yeah. That always happens.
Yeah.
Well, it's like
really through it.
I said, shit, damn, fuck. Oh no, my kids are watching this. This is a family show.
Yeah.
It's real.
Kids watch baseball too,
Hey,
and they fight. And they watch hockey and they fight.
NFL, you know what you hear from the field, bud? Come on.
Right.
Come on.
Right.
But I mean, coverage, it could be more real. I hear what you're saying, Cole.
We need fans. If we ever want to make money, we need fans, and we need more fans than we've ever had. And the
And
only
babes.
Yeah.
that is to get people engaged and new fans, like people that really don't have never watched fishing. We need that.
Yeah. You need the people that don't. Sorry, I missed that. You need people that don't actually. He was talking and it went silent. I was waiting. But you need people that don't actually care that much about bass fishing to still be entertained by bass fishing.
Yep.
You know, like I watch sports that I've never played in my life because it's entertaining. You know, that most people do.
He's all pickleball now. It's all he talks about. Pickleball.
I've been watching golf for some reason lately. I don't even really golf. Like,
because you like to nap.
It's entertaining. There's some entertaining stuff. It's boring, but I use it to fall asleep.
Andy, have you watched The Full Swing yet?
The what now?
Full Swing on Netflix.
No, haven't seen that one yet.
You got to watch it. They're on season number 3. It's great.
Okay.
We're talking guys that win $3 million for winning a PGA Tour event. This freaking great. We're going to do one on bass fishing, Pat. It's going to happen. I feel it in my loins.
Yeah, they already got it. It's called The Righteous Gemstones. You seen that show? It's all about bass fishing.
Yeah.
Check it out on HBO.
Love
it. Boys, I love. What are those D team glasses, Cole?
Oh, we have all kinds of good stuff.
Oh,
over here.
Do you see 3D Watson in those glasses?
I saw he had his glasses.
Spectacles.
I wanted to look like James for a minute.
There it is. James can see the world now.
Gave the top of my head off. I was just trying to look like Watson this time.
Hey, the D team is a force to be reckoned with. Obviously,
we're not playing.
They ain't playing around. And Birge, yeah, I want you on my team in a bar brawl every time.
Let's go.
Time. In those shorts. In those shorts, for sure.
Hey, I'll sport them. I'm not scared.
That'll get a brawl started.
Hey, Watson, you did a great job on your show today.
Which one?
This one, Worldwide Wisdom. D Team Takeover. You're the best host ever.
It's easy.
Yeah, add that to your resume.
Hey, can I break the rules here and ask one fishing question before we get out?
I guess. I mean, if it's necessary. You're going to ask him the old...
I want to get this going. I want to get this thing going. Go around, all three of you guys. Give me, just quick, give me the last bait you modified.
Excellent closer.
Spinnerbait.
A spinnerbait?
It's been modified to spinnerbait, yes. Okay, next.
Perfect.
Spinnerbait.
Jerkbait.
Jerkbait. I modified.
All right, that's it.
I modified my britches. They were a little long, so I had them taken up.
Yeah.
It's the last modification I did.
Yeah. People are gonna have to imagine
I had
what
them
the
taken out.
modification
I had them
was.
taken out along. You know what I mean? Hey, but no, that's it. That.
There it is. That's what they don't pay me for.
Pat, because we have lots of costumes and outfits, and bag that we wear in our. I gotta know, where can I find hair like yours? Because it's amazing.
Well, thanks. It's all natural. Look at that. You see that?
I have a brown. Oh,
and today
looks just like it, but I saw your hair and
he thought it was a wig.
You thought my hair was a wig?
Yeah.
No insulting.
No, I mean we've never met. I don't know, but like I have one, and when I wear it, I.
This is my Wednesday wig.
Pantene.
It's Pantene Day.
Now that
Quit
I know it's
insulting.
real hair. Damn it!
Good thing it's my show. I kick you off here.
For crying out loud! Look, you can't get that shit off.
I don't think it's an insult to suggest it's a wig. Though.
No, I don't think it is whatsoever.
I want to see real hair real quick.
What's that?
I want to see Zach's real hair real quick.
Oh, check this out. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
See how shiny that is?
I'm with you, bud.
Yeah, get up close.
Put my hat back on.
Yeah, that's nice, bro. Hey, Pat, guess what we got Friday and Saturday here at the Nipples?
What are you guys doing?
At the John C. Landing, Strike King has got a food truck and
all the rage bugs you can eat.
All the rage bugs you can flip it.
$3 wieners?
Yeah. And a live band. I think it's
A
I don't
man
know.
band. It's a man band.
It's
One-
Van Dam. Kevin Van Dam Band.
What?
Ooh, I
think
like
so.
that.
It's nice.
I think they're gonna have
Billy Ray Cyrus, I thought.
Billy Ray Cyrus and Georgia Line or something like
For
that.
real? Billy Ray Cyrus from that movie Bait Shop?
The real, the
Yes.
pretend.
The guy from Bait Shop? You know Jacob Wheeler was in that movie, right? He was the little kid in Bait Shop. It's a true story. Look it up.
Arm.
IMDb.
No way.
Yeah, Jacob Wheeler was the little kid. There was Billy Ray Cyrus. Zona starred in it, and Tommy. You never seen Bait Shop?
Yeah.
Is this for real?
It's a real movie. Yeah.
It's you don't know about this movie?
Yeah.
Zach, Cole,
No.
are you guys off? You guys are off tomorrow. NPFL's canceled tomorrow? Okay. Watson and Cole, you got a derb tomorrow, Zach. I need you to go to bed. But these other two boys, you stay up late, have some more brewskis, and watch Bait Shop, starring Billy Ray Cyrus, Mark Zona, Tommy Sanders, and a very young Jacob Wheeler.
Yep.
Nope.
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
And you can text me. I'll be up late.
All still real stars.
It's and I need you to leave a review.
I think it's on YouTube.
Is it on YouTube now? Bait
Yeah,
Shop?
check real quick.
And Bill Engville.
Yeah.
He's the guy. It says get her done. Something like that. It's the
What?
get her done guy.
Really?
Not kidding. All right. So let's
He
give
is,
some
yeah.
stuff away. You ready? Let's
Ready.
give away Andy, you want to I got the tin cup whiskey box. Is that what you sent me, Andy? Oh, his mic's broke. For WTF stakes.
What the hell?
Okay, let's Zach, why don't you, Andy, can you text Zach the prize, the D team prize, and let Zach announce that. And then I have the Tin Cup Mountain Whiskey winner. Oh, interesting. Interesting. And can I get Andy, you got drum roll or you got fanfare for me? Or breaking news? He. The winner of the official Tin Cup Mountain Whiskey box of pleasure, courtesy of Tin Cup Mountain Whiskey and the D team, is David Cox. Dave Cox. COX. Nice. We know Dave.
You know,
We know Dave,
Yeah.
actually. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome.
Bring it to the barge.
Good old DC.
Bait Shop is on YouTube for free, by the way, the whole movie.
Okay, Bait Shop for free on YouTube. That you got something to do tonight. All right, Zack Birge, did you get the text of the winner?
I believe so.
Okay, checking it now with his D team superpowers. He's using his D team superpowers right now to get the winner.
I've got a Daryl Wilson.
Daryl Wilson. That's right. Dan Wilson, all you have to do, as well as Dave Cox, we know Dave, a direct message, the Straycast Bookface page, and JR Rock and Show Fantasy Ewing, gonna get you your prize. And if anybody hasn't got the prizes yet, be patient. You can send another message. Things are coming, like Coop's prize. I know Coop prize winners coming, and somebody else message something. What, Watson?
Kyle Patrick has to give something away. Draw name.
Oh, Kyle.
Something from Kyle Patrick.
Okay, and you're gonna announce it.
I'm announcing it right now. I don't know what.
Can't pick him as a winner. He's got it. You can't not. He's the host. Watson, the host. Randomize him something.
A rod and reel combo of Kyle Patrick and Kyle.
He's his expensive tackle.
That's fine. He doesn't care.
It's fine.
Kyle don't care.
Rules. He said it's fine.
Okay.
Rod and reel.
Rod and reel
sleeve,
combo.
A sleeve too.
Yes.
And a
Drumbeat.
hat. A hat too.
Sign
You got to throw in a real cover, then a real cover's got to go too.
All right. So official Kyle Patrick rod, reel sleeve, and reel rod sleeve, and reel cover,
And real handle covers.
and
too.
real handle covers for grip, extra
Yeah,
grip.
for grip. Grips.
Plus-
Real grips.
box too.
Text him a name. Text Watson a name. This is real. Kyle's got to come up with this.
Kyle's doing.
All right. Let's do this, and we'll get the heck out of here.
Kyle's going to get big time. This is the only way you get big time, by giving big time.
Hold on a second. Just wait 1 second. I'm calling him up and see if he answers right now.
Oh, he's watching,
I'm gonna put him on speaker.
and he's taking care of the shipping too.
Calling Kyle Patrick. It's gonna send me right to voicemail.
International only winners. He's got to pay the shipping.
Yeah.
Not even ringing.
Yes. You got to be.
Oh, here it goes. It's ringing now. Kyle, what time is it in Nantucket?
9:30.
There once was
East
a
Coast.
Kyle from Plasco.
Hey, Pat, I'm on an airplane. I'm about 60,000 feet in the air, but
Hey,
Really?
Kyle, you're on live with James Watson, Cole T. Harris, and Zack Birge. James Watson has said you're giving away a prize tonight. It's a rod and a reel, and a rod cover, reel handles. He doesn't care that you're 60,000 feet in the air right now, Kyle.
Yeah. And what airplane flies?
I'm in the air on a Delta flight right now. I think it's probably like 15,000. What am I giving away? I am giving away.
No, you're not.
Non-negotiable.
He's ruining it, James.
He's an idiot. Kyle, we already give it away.
What kind of rod? What kind of reel?
What?
A lose reel.
Oh, okay.
Brand new.
A brand new lose reel
Without the rod.
without the rod.
Oh, no. All stuff he's giving away.
All right, we're gonna send you back to the steel bird you're in, flying. Be safe. We don't need a Brian Kerschel out of this.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Yeah. Quit answering
All
the
right,
phone.
we're losing him now. He's being taken over by aliens. Kyle, it's good. Hey, that's Kyle Patrick closing the show. All right, get Watson the winner, and we're closing it.
Pick a winner. Let's go, Andy.
Come on, get it to him. Hey, in the meantime, thank you, Omnia Fishing, for your support of this show. Sims Fishing, Bob's Jack Plate. I'm all jacked up on Bob's Impulse Lithium. We don't skip a beat. I power pull down for pleasure, just like Cole does. Also, thank you, Berkeley and Abu Garcia, for the pleasure you provide us. Also, Mad Science Print Lab, Waterland Sunglasses, Tin Cup Mountain Whiskey, and all the goodness that it brings. All right.
Eric Buck.
Eric Buck.
Oh, yes, won the Kyle Patrick.
He
Kyle
won
Patrick.
the Kyle Patrick.
Kyle
He's real.
Yes.
Eric Buck. He's your guy. Direct message. Straight Cast Rock and Show Fantasy.
He won half of the projected prize.
Yes, that's pretty good though. Brand new lose real.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it. Hey, D team.
Need to make this clear. It's not just a lose reel.
It's a real tackle box. And if Kyle doesn't send that shit to Eric Buck, then Kyle, you're losing fans.
And a jack plate.
Yes.
And a jack plate too. He's sending, right, Zach?
That sounds good to me.
That's got a derby in the morning. D team, you guys are awesome. Birds, go out and win that deal for us, okay?
I'll give him hell, I promise.
You're a proper guy over there, and you passed the LDTs. So, hey, James Watson, this has been an amazing Worldwide Wisdom segment that appears once a month on Straight Cash Show, and something special. Cole Harris is going to close the show in song. I'm Pat Renwick. That's Ryan Popcorn Whitaker. This has been an Andrew Ellenberger production. And Cole Harris, take it away. That's the Champlain Kid. Sing us a song to take us out. Peace, bud. See you next time. Peace, Pascal.